Well, howdy tubers. Didn't take long, but I went out and got it. And I even got the right one. I mean, I hoped that I did because I was just looking for this notch. Right here, so I knew I had the right skin. I mean, I wanted this notch to the left and no words on top of it. So, ta-da! But this is what I mean, I wasn't going to do a video this soon, but I mean, you can see I have not drilled that rib. Well, into the rib. I mean, it's already got the holes in the skins, but not drilled any of these holes. I have drilled all of these in the tip, which doesn't get rivets, and drilled these. And I pick up this end, and the other end picks up. That should amaze some people, knowing how flimsy that is until that's on there. It's just, I mean, you put a bunch of thin metal together in the right combination, and it just stiffens her up. So that was the only reason I wanted to make the video, was for that. Oh, and I'm watching Jimmy's World. They're saving the 310. My buddy Matt down there in Paola, his wife can't stand him. His wife, yeah, I said that right. His wife can't stand Jimmy. Of course, he just said something on there I didn't like. They was moving the Stearman over, and he was complaining about the oil dripping out of it. And he said, well, it is American made or something like that. I didn't like that. I thought, maybe I'll stop watching him. But he is funny. But I'm sure he wasn't laughing there because he drives a Mercedes Benz or something, some import junker. So now I'll get some feedback out of this. I'm American, so I drive American. So there we go. Anyway, that was all I had on this video. But it's also just so neat how, of course, I mean, how these holes all line up with the bottom skin holes, and of course all the holes for the spar all line up for the spar holes. But now, right here, there's no holes. It's because you got to drill them, and that's into to the rear spar. So that's no big deal. But I do see too that we'll have to go back in and notch the skin to match this top skin there and there and there, which is to relieve the I guess you kind of say the bulge or whatever in the hinge, so that the aileron doesn't sit back, well, that much distance, which is about probably 3/32 of an inch, just to make it cleaner and not as big a gap between the aileron and the trailing edge of the wing. So that's pretty neat. So how about an inside view? Will it do it? Yeah, how about that? Oh, yeah, and I told you in the last video I was going to put it on my dining room table, but I thought, and then of course looking in the book, and it said to, make sure it's on a flat surface, and that's got, a couple layers of tablecloths and stuff, so not exactly flat. But before I put this leading edge skin on there, then I will make absolutely sure. Of course, I mean, you already can't bend it, but once you put the leading edge skin on, better make sure it's flat. So, well, I think I'm going to try to make me a Salisbury steak, and the only reason I think they call it that is because they put it in brown gravy. I guess that's the only thing I can figure. I think it's just hamburger in a hamburger patty that's, I guess you'd say, soaked or whatever in brown gravy, or at least that's what I'm going to do, and that's what I'm going to call it. So I didn't do it the last time, but we'll get over here on the sign again with my little buddy Spiker. And he didn't eat them ribs I put out there for him. Anyways, there you go, and God bless.